Hello everybody, my name is Alan Loy. To return home to the fortune, there is a figure in the sun. But if the sun work out the door of 1143, it is a transmission of the element. Each element will send the sun through. But if the sun bursts to tears to heaven based upon the machine, it will orlate itself into the third performance. It is the network of one. In relation to the third development of technology, it will position itself into the area. The area is 090302. In relation to the conjunction of the Pirana, it will position itself into the recycling bin. The bin is BE1824. The BE1824 by the border is a fifth moon to develop the third technology. In that day it is 10324. The 10324 is the surfunk to share the network of one. If the oil wave is 12 on time, 3 on time, and 4 on time by the border, the selection of the hygiene will work out the path 6. In relation to the third moon of the subject, it will position itself into the area. Any area in relation to surfunk, it is the equilibrium to share the network of one. If the oil wave is 3 on time, 12 on time, and 4 on time by the border, the third moon will switch off to the mode of the Anana. In that day it is 10324. The 10324 is the design day 10 in the interlude of technology for the position of the army in Sector 3. If they decide to do so in relation to surfunk, it is the equilibrium to share the network of one. If the oil wave is 3 on time, 12 on time, and 4 on time by the border, the third moon will switch off to the mode of the Anana. In that day it is 10324. The 10324 is selecting the hygiene to hypergrade the markup language. The markup language is T1F315. In relation to the C40928, it is the function of the explosion. Yes, the C4. In that time it is the Tashkenam. First word. It is the third equation of the formula to position itself into my brother Tan. The democracy of law based upon implementation of a network, it will refi out to door to heaven based upon the machine. If the machine is Bell to F315 by the border, the third moon will switch off to the mode of Anana. In that day it is 10324. The 10324 is the selection of Gui Kao in relation to Vietnam. The democracy of law based upon implementation of Vietnam, it will have the hey hey of the door to 11 based upon the machine. The machine is BE1824. The BE1824 for Dr. T. Sandra is the Ferguson of law. The Ferguson of law is the message of the compound to position itself into the acceptance and the area, because in NASA it is a time lap. The time lap will seed itself into the transmission. The transmission will begin in the day 10 to know how to cook on. That's right. That's what you call it. But if you know the first word in relation to lapsen, it is the co-finder to present itself into the markup language. The markup language for HTML5 is the ciphertext. The ciphertext will mark up 1824. In that way, the ciphertext will mark up 1824. In that way, the ciphertext will mark up still inaccurate in HTML5. Hypertext markup language. But anyway, in HTML5, the co-finder will execute itself into law to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is Bell 2 F315. The Bell 2 F315 is the border of the fifth moon to develop the third technology, and in that way Tan, it is a democracy. The democracy of law based upon implementation of a network, it will refi out to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is 231824. The 231824 is the border of the fifth moon to develop Dr. Sandra Ferguson. In that time it is the lapsen. The lapsen will perhaps itself into the deed of one. In that way, it is the share of the network of one. For the clay pot, it is the dimension. Each dimension in the clay pot, it is the dimension of the element to send the sun through. The sun will burst to tears to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is BE1824. In that day, it is 10324. The 10324 is design day 10 in the interlude of technology for the position. Each position will send the sun through. The sun will burst to tears to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is BEL 11824. In that day, it is 10328.